And a very good evening, everybody. It's Wednesday, March 19th, 2025, 6:52 p.m. Eastern Canadian Time. And there is the VO Metro station over there. And right in front of us is the famous Montreal Olympic Stadium. And we have the sun that is just set. There's a vent for the Metro. And indeed, there is Olympic Stadium, and right in front of it is the Biodome, which is technically part of the stadium. Of course, Montreal, Canada hosted the 1976 Summer Olympics, and I believe in there is where they had the bicycle races. And now it's sort of like an indoor zoo, but it's animals that are local to Canada, and it's animals that are basically being rehabilitated or can't survive in the wild, so it's definitely a very educational place. And if you notice anything off about the Olympic Stadium, you'll see that indeed the roof is missing, and that is because they are redoing the roof. If you don't know the history of the Olympic Stadium, well, let's just say its roof has been very problematic and it's very infamous. So what I'm doing today, or tonight, I'm doing a little bike ride around here, and it's safe to do so because there's no sidewalks or anything. And we're just gonna basically bike around the grounds here of Olympic Stadium and check out the happenings and try to cover as much ground as possible. Yeah, so that is the Biodome. That, like I said, is where bicycle races, I believe, were held during the 1976 Summer Olympics here in Montreal. And of course, there's the main Olympic Stadium right there, also known as the Big O. And that's, of course, also where the Montreal Expos baseball team played. I think from I think it was the 1970s up until the early 2000s, or I think it was 2003, 2004 maybe. But beautiful structure, you know, and the big controversial part of it is the roof. The roof, since the beginning, has been plaguing the legacy of this building, and it's collapsed multiple times. It's had multiple holes, and never any injuries, but a lot of inconveniences and a lot of costs associated with those roof collapses and tears, because it's basically, or was, a membrane, sort of like, think of a big piece of rubber or tarp. It's basically all the roof was. And they just decided, after decades of problems and controversy, well, they're going to redo the roof. And forgot the price tag, but it's pretty big, no pun intended. And they've started the process. They've actually taken the old roof off. The cables that are here usually sort of on a 45-degree angle. And this tower here should be opening soon, I think. There's an observatory up there and sort of, I guess, like an elevator that brings you up. And this is, by the way, the tallest, if I remember, and don't quote me on this, I think it's the tallest 45-degree angle tower in the world. So I guess there's other towers out there that are 45 degree angle. Well, this one's the biggest in the world apparently. And there you have also, we'll see in a minute, the planetarium, which used to be in downtown Montreal. They moved here in, I think, the 2010s, early 2010s. But yeah, there is the tower. This whole area here used to be empty, vacant, and now there's offices up there. And pretty cool. So we'll do a little bike ride around. Now there was a big fire here. Well, not big, but pretty significant fire here last year. And that's where the fire was, right over there. And I guess there was smoke damage and water damage. And it affected the Olympic pool. And there's also, I guess, a weight room in that same area. And they just reopened it actually the last couple of days, or the last week or so. So that would be the entrance Or over here would be, this would be one of the entrances to the pool or the sporting center. And then there's the Rio Tinto Alcan Planetarium. And of course, Rio Tinto Alcan, I believe, is a company that makes aluminum. So Parc Olympique, La Tour de Montreal, that's the tower, the Olympic Tower. We're going to get a nice view of it. And there's Saputo Stadium, home of the Montreal, well, I call them the Montreal Impact. Now they're the Montreal Football Club, if you translate it to English. This is cool. There's always snow here and ice. And in the spring, which by the way we're only a few days away from, you get this beautiful melt. And check this out, we got a nice plane here coming in. Try to zoom in here for you aviation and plane spotting fans. Yeah, that's as good as we're going to get it, 20 times zoom. But there it is. And this is where the entrance is for, I guess, the funicular that brings you up to the tower, which is right there. So it looks like they're still doing a lot of work here, still doing a lot of renovations. So who knows when this is going to open up. Look at that sky, isn't it beautiful? Yeah, so here I'll give you guys a nice view of the tower. There's the stadium over here, another close-up view of the stadium. Yeah, so there's the tower facing straight ahead. Sort of looks like some kind of spaceship or science fiction type craft. Try to zoom in here. There's where the funicular or the elevator, whatever you want to call it, has a big, so it's sort of like a gondola, big glass or plastic window that you can look out of as you go up, and then the observatory is up top. So this should be opening eventually, reopening I should say. So let's see what we can see from here. I don't know if we can even get access on the other side here. We'll try. We may have to go up to Sherbrooke Street, which is right up here. Oh, yeah, check that out, eh? Pretty massive structure. And there you go. Nice sign of spring. Canadian geese. Welcome back, fellows. Yeah, man. There you go. You know spring's coming. So put the 3 time, or I'll do 2. Show you guys that tower from the side as well. And if you zoom way up, you'll see there's antennas and maybe even a weather station or 2 up there, who knows. Alright, so I don't know where this path is going to lead us, but I think we do have to go up, because normally we'd be able to bike here, and we'd be able to also see some cool ceiling fans for the fan community, ceiling fan community. They have some skylights that are looking down. There's like another structure underneath us. They have offices, or used to. I'm not sure if we can go this way, guys. I have a feeling we can, but we'll see. Look at all this melt. Yeah, there's another view from the side. There you have it. Alright guys, so we made it up this ramp here. I just wanted to pause the video while I was going up there. And we'll see what we can see here. Very beautiful side view of the stadium here. Work our way down this way. Alright, so here's the Skylights. As I said, there's a structure underneath here. Used to be offices and whatnot. And for the ceiling fan fans, this is for you guys. You can never get sick of this. The fans are in motion. There you go, guys. So for you ceiling fan fans, this one's for you guys. Yeah, man. And there's, I think, more coming up here. I don't think every one of them has ceiling fans. They could, maybe they do. There's another one. Yeah, that one's off. Maybe they all have ceiling fans. I really don't remember. This one doesn't. Pretty sure this one does. If I remember correctly, yeah, there's another one. And I'll do a side view here. Just a little bit of bonus ceiling fan footage. There you go. And I think this is the last one. There's another one right there. Yeah, so these ceiling fans are pretty well known in the ceiling fan community, so those ones there are not open yet. So I'm going to wrap up the video here in a moment. And there's another skylight. Hey, you can kind of see, hey, you can see a blade there. There's a blade for one of the ceiling fans, so this will probably reopen once they finish building the roof. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. So as always, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, remember, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bells. As always, more videos to come.